Mrs. Lily and Mrs. Bola had been neighbors for over a decade. They lived in a quiet suburban street, surrounded by tall trees and well-manicured lawns. They both respect themselves and love one another. But beneath the surface, Mrs. Lily harbored a deep-seated envy towards Mrs. Bola. She envied her seemingly perfect life, particularly her fiancé, Alex, who was kind, handsome, and successful. Mrs. Lily felt like she could never measure up, no matter how hard she tried. Lily had always been envious of Bola's seemingly perfect life, particularly her fiancé, Alex. Lily couldn't help but feel jealous of the way Alex looked at Bola, with so much love and adoration in his eyes. One day, Lily decided to take matters into her own hands. She began to spread rumors that Bola was cheating on Alex with a younger man. She would often accidentally mention to Alex that she had seen Bola with someone else, trying to make it seem like Bola was being unfaithful. At first, Alex didn't believe Lily's lies. He trusted Bola completely, and he knew that she would never cheat on him. But as Lily continued to spread her rumors, Alex began to doubt Bola's fidelity. One day, Alex confronted Bola about the rumors. Bola was shocked and devastated. She tried to explain to Alex that Lily was lying, that she had never met with anyone else, but Alex was too far gone. He didn't believe her. "I don't know what's going on, but I need some space," Alex said, his voice cold and distant. Bola was heartbroken. She begged Alex to listen to her, to believe her, but he just turned and walked away. As Alex left her, Bola collapsed to the ground, sobbing uncontrollably. She had never felt such a deep pain before. She felt like her heart was shattered into a million pieces. Meanwhile, Lily was watching the whole scene unfold from her window. She was smiling to herself, feeling satisfied that her plan had worked. But as she looked at Bola, crying and broken on the ground, Lily's smile began to falter. She felt a pang of guilt, but it was too late now. The damage was done. As the days went by, Alex and Lily grew closer. They would spend hours together, talking and laughing. Lily was finally getting what she had always wanted, Alex's attention and affection. But as for Bola, she was left to pick up the pieces of her shattered heart. She was left to wonder what she had done wrong, why Alex had so easily believed Lily's lies. She was left to cry herself to sleep every night, her heart heavy with sorrow and regret. As the days turned into weeks, Bola's heartache only intensified. She couldn't understand why Alex had so easily believed Lily's lies. She couldn't understand why he had left her without even giving her a chance to explain. One day, Bola decided to confront Lily about her role in the breakup. She marched over to Lily's house, her heart pounding with anger and hurt. "Lily, I know what you did," Bola said, her voice trembling with emotion. "I know you spread those rumors about me and Alex. Why did you do it?" Lily smirked, a smug look on her face. "I did it because I wanted Alex for myself," she said, her voice dripping with malice. "And now that he's mine, you'll just have to deal with it." Bola felt like she had been punched in the gut. She couldn't believe Lily's audacity. She turned and walked away, tears streaming down her face. As she walked, Bola couldn't help but wonder what she had done to deserve such treatment. She had always been kind to Lily, had always tried to be a good friend, and yet, Lily had repaid her kindness with cruelty and betrayal. Bola's heart was heavy with sorrow as she walked back to her empty house. She felt like she was all alone in the world, like no one understood her pain. But as she opened the door to her house, she saw something that made her heart skip a beat. It was a bouquet of flowers, sitting on the kitchen table, and attached to the bouquet was a note, written in Alex's handwriting. "Bola, I'm so sorry," the note read. "I was blind and stupid. I realize now that I made a terrible mistake. Can you ever forgive me?" Bola's heart leapt with hope as she read the note. Maybe, just maybe, she and Alex could work things out after all. Bola's heart was racing as she read the note over and over again. She couldn't believe that Alex was apologizing and asking for her forgiveness. She had thought that she would never hear from him again, that he was gone for good. But now, it seemed like there was a chance for them to reconcile. Bola's mind was flooded with emotions as she thought about what she should do next. Should she forgive Alex and take him back, or should she move on with her life? As she stood there trying to make up her mind, Bola heard a knock at the door. She hesitated for a moment, wondering if she should answer it. But then she heard Alex's voice, calling out to her. "Why did you believe her?" Bola asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know," Alex replied. "I think I was just blinded by my own doubts and fears. But I realize now that I was wrong, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it right. Bola looked at Alex, her heart still heavy with hurt and betrayal. But as she looked into his eyes, she saw something there that gave her hope. She saw a deep and abiding love, a love that was willing to fight for their relationship and make things right. "Can you ever forgive me?" Alex asked, his voice trembling with emotion. She saw a deep and abiding love, a love that was willing to fight for their relationship and make things right. "Can you ever forgive me?" Alex asked, his voice trembling with emotion. Bola hesitated for a moment, unsure of what to say. But then she looked into Alex's eyes, and she knew that she had to give him another chance. "Yes, Alex," Bola said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I forgive you, but you have to promise me one thing." "What's that?" Alex asked, his eyes filled with hope. "You have to promise me that you'll never doubt me again," Bola said, her voice firm but gentle. "You have to promise me that you'll always trust me, no matter what." "What's that?" Alex asked, his eyes filled with hope. "You have to promise me that you'll never doubt me again," Bola said, her voice firm but gentle. "You have to promise me that you'll always trust me, no matter what." Alex nodded, his eyes filled with tears. "I promise, Bola," he said. "I'll never doubt you again. I'll always trust you, no matter what." Bola smiled, feeling a weight lift off her shoulders. She knew that she and Alex still had a long way to go, but she was willing to take the journey with him. As Alex and Bola hugged each other tightly, they both knew that their relationship had been through a test of fire. They had faced a challenge that could have destroyed their love, but instead, it had made their bond stronger. "I'm so sorry again for doubting you," Alex said, his voice filled with remorse. "You don't have to apologize again, Alex," Bola replied, smiling. "I know you're sorry and I forgive you. What's important now is that we move forward and rebuild our relationship." Alex nodded, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. He knew that he had been given a second chance, and he was determined to make the most of it. As they pulled back from their hug, Alex looked into Bola's eyes and saw the love and forgiveness shining back at him. He knew that he would never let her down again. "I promise to always trust you, Bola," Alex said, his voice filled with conviction. "I promise to always be there for you, no matter what." Bola smiled, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. She knew that Alex was committed to their relationship, and she was committed to rebuilding their love. As they stood there, holding hands and looking into each other's eyes, they both knew that their love was stronger than ever. They had faced a challenge and come out on top, and they were ready to face whatever the future held. But little did they know, Lily was watching them from across the street, her eyes filled with anger and resentment. She had thought that she had won Alex's heart, but now she saw that he was still in love with Bola. Lily's face twisted with rage as she turned and walked away. She was determined to destroy Bola and Alex's relationship once and for all. Alex, unaware of Lily's true intentions, agreed to listen. And Lily began to spin a web of deceit, telling Alex that Bola was still seeing other men behind his back. Alex's eyes narrowed, his mind racing with doubts. He didn't want to believe Lily, but a part of him wondered if she was telling the truth. "Lily, I don't know what you're talking about," Alex said, trying to keep his cool. But Lily just smiled, her eyes glinting with malice. "Oh, Alex, don't play dumb," she said. "I know all about Bola's little secrets, and if you don't believe me, just ask her yourself." Alex's heart was racing, his mind torn with uncertainty. He didn't know what to believe or who to trust. As he left work that day, Alex couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. He decided to confront Bola about Lily's accusations, to get to the bottom of the truth once and for all. But little did he know, Lily was watching him from the shadows, a triumphant smile spreading across her face. She had set her plan in motion, and now all she had to do was wait for the fireworks to begin. As Alex arrived at Bola's house, he could feel his heart racing with anxiety. He didn't want to believe that Bola was cheating on him, but Lily's words had planted a seed of doubt in his mind. "Bola, we need to talk," Alex said, his voice firm but controlled. Bola looked up at him, a concerned expression on her face. "What's wrong, Alex?" she asked. Alex took a deep breath before speaking. "Lily told me that you're still seeing other men behind my back," he said, his eyes searching Bola's face for any sign of guilt. Bola's expression changed from concern to shock and then to anger. "That's not true, Alex," she said, her voice firm. "Lily is just trying to drive us apart. She's been jealous of our relationship from the beginning." Alex looked at Bola, searching for any sign of deception, but all he saw was sincerity and hurt in her eyes. Why would Lily do? His mind racing with questions. Because she wants you for herself, Bola replied, her voice barely above a whisper. She's been trying to break us up from the beginning, and now she's using lies to try and drive us apart. Alex felt a wave of anger wash over him. He couldn't believe that Lily would stoop so low. He knew that he had to confront her, to make her understand that her games were not going to work. "I'm so sorry, Bola," Alex said, pulling her into his arms. "I should have trusted you from the beginning." Bola smiled, her eyes shining with tears. "It's okay, Alex," she said. "I know you love me and I love you too." As they hugged each other tightly, Alex knew that he was going to do whatever it took to protect their relationship. He was going to confront Lily, and he was going to make her understand that her games were not going to work. But little did he know, Lily was not going to give up easily. She was going to fight to the end, to try and destroy Alex and Bola's relationship once and for all. Alex decided to confront Lily about her lies. He marched over to her house, his heart pounding with anger. "Lily, we need to talk," Alex said, his voice firm. Lily smiled, a sly look spreading across her face. "Oh, Alex, what's wrong?" she asked, her voice dripping with innocence. "You know exactly what's wrong, Lily," Alex said, his eyes blazing with anger. "You've been spreading lies about Bola, trying to break us up. Why are you doing this?" Lily shrugged, a careless look on her face. "I'm just telling the truth, Alex," she said. "Bola is not the person you think she is. She's been cheating on you behind your back." Alex's face turned red with rage. "That's not true, Lily," he said, his voice low and menacing. "And even if it was, it's none of your business. You need to stay out of our relationship." Lily's smile faltered for a moment, but then she regained her composure. "I'm just trying to help you, Alex," she said. "I don't want to see you get hurt." Alex laughed, a bitter sound. "You don't care about me, Lily," he said. "You only care about yourself. And you're going to regret trying to break us up." Lily's eyes flashed with anger, but Alex just turned and walked away, leaving her standing alone in her doorway. As he walked back to Bola's house, Alex felt a sense of relief wash over him. He had confronted Lily, and he had stood up for his relationship with Bola. But little did he know, Lily was not going to give up easily. She was going to fight to the end, to try and destroy Alex and Bola's relationship once and for all. And as Alex walked back into Bola's house, he was met with a surprise that would change everything. Bola was standing in the living room, a look of shock on her face. "What's wrong?" Alex asked, his heart racing with fear. "It's Lily," Bola said, her voice trembling. "She's been arrested." Alex's eyes widened in shock. "What? Why?" he asked. Bola hesitated before speaking. "She's been accused of stalking and harassment," she said. "The police found a whole folder of information on us, including photos and notes. She's been watching us for months." Alex felt a chill run down his spine. He had known that Lily was obsessed with him, but he had no idea it was this bad. "We need to get a restraining order," Alex said, his voice firm. Bola nodded, a look of fear still on her face. "I'll do it tomorrow," she said. As they hugged each other tightly, Alex knew that they were in for a long and difficult road, but he was determined to protect Bola, no matter what it took. The days went by, Alex and Bola worked to rebuild their relationship and move on from the drama with Lily. They spent countless hours together, rekindling their romance and strengthening their bond. But despite their best efforts, the memory of Lily's obsession lingered. They couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, and the fear of what Lily might do next hung over them like a cloud. Night, as they were walking home from dinner, Alex noticed a figure lurking in the shadows. His heart racing, he grabbed Bola's hand and pulled her close. "What's wrong?" Bola asked, her voice trembling. "I think it's Lily," Alex said, his eyes scanning the darkness. But, as they looked closer, they realized it wasn't Lily at all. It was a detective standing on the sidewalk with a serious look on his face. "Alex, Bola, I need to talk to you," the detective said, his voice firm. Alex and Bola exchanged a nervous glance. "What now?" "What is it?" Alex asked, his heart pounding. "It's about Lily," the detective said. "We've been investigating her, and we have some disturbing news." Alex and Bola leaned in, their ears perked up. "What is it?" Bola asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The detective hesitated before speaking. "Lily's obsession with you two goes far beyond what we initially thought," he said. We found evidence of a twisted fantasy world she's created, with you two at the center. Alex and Bola exchanged a horrified glance. What kind of sick fantasy world had Lily created? What kind of evidence? Alex asked, his voice shaking. The detective hesitated before speaking. We've found journals, letters, and even a shrine dedicated to you two, he said. It's clear that Lily's obsession has reached a critical level. Alex and Bola felt a chill run down their spines. They had known that Lily was unhinged, but they had no idea it was this bad. What's going to happen to her? Bola asked, her voice trembling. The detective's expression was grim. We're going to do everything in our power to ensure that Lily gets the help she needs, he said. But we also need to take steps to protect you two. Alex and Bola nodded, feeling a sense of relief wash over them. They knew that they still had a long way to go, but they were determined to move on from the drama with Lily and start a new chapter in their lives. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share to your friends for more content like this.